How's it going? Just Way back again with another video. On Hear Me Raw. And today I want to talk about how I know that the universe has my back and how you should know that the universe has your back. First thing I'm going to say, the main thing that you have to know is the fact that the universe will have your back as long as you have your back, because you are the universe. Science has proven this. If you haven't looked it up yet or read the book, I haven't read the book yet, but I've read the documentaries that are about it, the holographic universe. So science has proven that the way the world or reality works is more or less similar to how a hologram works, except for the fact that we are part of the hologram. It says that literally everything that we see is a figment of our imagination. It's not real. Nothing is real. There's nothing physical. Nikola Tesla also said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of sound, frequency, and vibration. Like everything that you see, it's all energy. It's all electrical signals that gets translated by your brain, and then it's like a hologram in your head that's projected out there. So nothing is real. They've also, they've gone all the way up into space, and they've seen the universe, how it looks from, millions and millions of different miles. And then they've also went into, let's say they went to the palm of somebody's hand, and they zoomed in as much as they could. And you know that quote, "As within, so without." It was beautiful because what they saw in the person's hand, like the way the person's hand and the way our insides are, it's very similar to how the stars and the galaxies are. It's the same. So in a way, everything that you see is the universe, is a version of the universe. Like the Bible says, everything is God. Everybody's kind of made of the same things. The universe is literally expressing itself in so many different ways. Everything that we see, whether it's big or small, if it's something small, it's just a smaller version of something big. For instance, you could think of you as a smaller version of the planet, and you could think of the planet as a smaller version of the universe. It goes in and it goes like that, on and on and on and on and on. The similarities don't stop. But I digress. That's just something that's mind-blowing. If you have not looked up the holographic universe, do it. I mean, it's amazing. Science has proven this. This is not some made-up things or some philosophy, but science has proven this. So, in terms of the universe having your back, I say that the universe has your back as long as you have your back, because you are projecting your reality. It's coming from you, or you could say it's coming from your higher self. But everything that you project is really there to help you. It's tailored to you. It's your own personal reality. And I say, whether you know it or not, whether you're conscious or unconscious, you play a part in what you're seeing, because it's your perception, you're perceiving it. So I say the universe has my back because I have my back. I am looking out for my best interest. I'm thinking about the things that I want to happen. I'm focusing on the things that I want to happen. And I'm practicing a lot of self-love in order so that my reality can improve. So that way I can see things in a better light. Before, when I was unconscious, the things that I was putting out there it was not helping me. It was not helping me. And I had no idea that I had a part to play in it. I was very unconscious about it. We're going to create whether or not we're conscious of it or not. So I said, let's become conscious creators. We are not alone. We are not alone. We play a bigger part in this than we think. I think just so many things out there limit what we can do. It's all about limiting our power. It's all about making us think that we are powerless. It's all about making us think that the way things are right now have to be the way they are. And we literally get told that by so many people. There's so many people out there giving us the same message. It's everywhere. From our parents, teachers, friends, family, and all that. It's the same message gets told to us countless times. It's like we're living in the Matrix. That movie is so powerful, right? And we have to get out of the matrix. We have to be brave enough to get out of the matrix. But how can we get out of something that we don't even know that we're in? So I think it's powerful to know that the universe is not really real. Like, this is, like, let's say I'm touching a wall right here. The wall is not real. The wall is not physical. It's, as I'm touching it, there's electrical signals that are being sent to my brain, and those signals gets translated by my brain to tell me that I'm touching a wall. And I see the wall because there's electrical signals going into my brain once again through my optical nerves, telling me that I'm looking at a wall. Same thing with sound. It's electrical signals. It's crazy when you think about it. So and this is another quote that you'll probably hear: there is nothing outside of you, and distance is also an illusion, because everything that you're seeing is a figment of your imagination. It's just electrical signals being translated to tell you that, oh, it's that far away, but really it's not. So distance is an illusion. I think, when you see that, I think that should allow more magic into your world, to make you think like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. This has all been an illusion. It's not even real. It's tailored to me, And there's a lot of beliefs out there. People have different beliefs about this. Some people will still try to use the fact that the world is an illusion and still bring it back to a place where, you're kind of powerless, like you have no control over it. But from what I can see, you do have some control. You don't have control over like the external of what's happening outside of you, but you can influence it. That's what I've seen. I've influenced my world in a lot of ways. And I think the best way to influence your world is through your thoughts. It has to start with your thoughts. Your thoughts are the most important things. I have seen how powerful my thoughts are, and it doesn't take long. A thought is forever. Once a thought comes out, it literally goes out there until it it mixes with other thoughts, and then if enough thoughts happen, they can create. That's how things happen in this world. Everything that you see around you, the cars, the houses, the airplanes, the cities, all this stuff, everything that you see, it all started with a thought. Somebody thought about it, and then eventually it came to be. That is the only way things can happen in this universe. So that actually shows you how powerful your thoughts are. And science has also proven this as well. Science has proven how much power that we have over what is going on over here. When they did the double slit experiment, they were shooting electrons, and then the electrons acted differently when they were being watched. When the electrons were being watched, they turned into matter, they turned into particles. But when they were not being watched, they were waves. So they were like, the possibility of what they could do, was different. They could do many different things. They became waves. But once we were looking at them and analyzing them, they changed they became matter. So that actually shows you that just being conscious of something, being a conscious observer of your life, gives you that much more control over it, because you get to freeze the vision. You get to actually see it. What do you think happens when we look at something? When we look at something, we're kind of freezing it. For it to become matter, it kind of has to stand still. Otherwise, it's just energy. And also, too, the other experiments have shown just like how much thought has a way, how powerful thought is in this universe. Because you can think of all the energy that's around us. It's like ready to be manipulated. It's ready to be manipulated, and then it's our thoughts. Thoughts become things. Even the Bible says it. Your words will become flesh. And what's the first thought? How does the word start? Like, a word is definitely your thoughts first. You think in words, so you have to really, really be conscious about your thoughts and really know how powerful your thoughts are. Other just regular examples are, just think about it this way. There are some days, it doesn't happen as often anymore because I'm so in love with myself, but there were days in the past where I would look into the mirror, like I wouldn't be feeling too good. I wouldn't be feeling too good about myself, and then I would look into the mirror and I'd just be like, man, like, I'm ugly. And then I would literally start looking at my face, and I would find like all these imperfections on my face and convince myself that I was ugly, and I felt ugly. But in another day, I would wake up feeling so good. I look in the mirror and I'm just like, man, I'm beautiful. within 24 hours. What changed in those 24 hours? Just my thoughts. And there are plenty more examples like this. Like, you really see that your thoughts have power. Your thoughts are probably the most powerful things, because I said that's where it all starts. It all starts with your thoughts. It all starts with your thoughts. If you don't have the thought about it, if you don't think about it, it can never be. You have to think about it, you have to visualize it, and you have to act on it. But you can't act on something that you haven't thought about. I know there was this one person that had like a disease, and the doctors told him he had like 3 months to live, or 3 weeks to live, or something like that. And then he saw this experimental drug that would fix his disease. So he begged his doctor to give him the drug, even though like he wouldn't have had enough time for the drug to work. And the doctor reluctantly gave it to him anyway. And then, like within days, his tumors were gone. And then, but then later on, evidence came out and said that this drug actually does not work. And then his tumors came back. He went back to his doctor, and then his doctor was like, okay, let me try something. And his doctor actually lied to him and said, oh, this research is not true. It actually does work, and I have an even better version of it. And the doctor gave him salt water. Just salt water, nothing. Just give him salt water, and his tumor disappeared once again. But then later on, final research came about the drug and said that it never worked. His tumor came back and he died. That kind of shows you again the power of your thoughts. And you can go on the internet and find like so many examples of like what people have been able to do on thought alone. The placebo effect is a perfect example of this. So to make sure that to know that the universe has your back, make sure your thoughts have your back. What are you thinking about? What do you think about yourself? What are you thinking about? What do you focus on? What you focus on grows. Are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you don't want? We spent so much of our life just thinking about what we don't want. Like, it's become the easiest thing to do. We just focus on what we don't want. We complain and complain and complain, and we complain some more. But let's focus on what we do want. Let's focus on love. Let's focus on abundance. Let's focus on community. Let's focus on the fruit. Let's focus on clean air, beautiful nature, beautiful animals. Let's focus on living, let's focus on cohabitating peacefully with the other species on this planet. Let's stop being a cancerous cell on this beautiful planet. Let's see that we are part of this planet. Let's see that we are one with this planet. We are the universe. Everything that we see is a version of us. The universe is all about reflection. The universe is always reflecting to you what you are, because you are the universe. You're literally like you're living inside of your own body. It's really amazing. It really goes on, and it's not something that we can ever truly explain. Nor do I think we should want to be able to explain it, because once we can explain it, then the magic disappears. So I say we enjoy this experience. We enjoy what we can do with it. The world is, you can think of the universe as a canvas. It's your canvas. You can paint it however you want it. You can live it however you want it. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But just know, but go by what the science has already proven. It's an illusion, but it's your illusion, and you do have a part to play. At least that's what I believe. That's what I've experienced in my own life. I've seen my thoughts manifest. I've seen my thoughts influence what's around me. Like I said, I don't have full control of it, but I do influence it quite a bit with my thoughts. So you can create your own hell, or you can create your own heaven. That is up to you. So if you like this video, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.